So we have the first question here, which says solve the inequality. Then you have these options here. So the first thing to do is just rewrite this. You have 2x plus 3 greater than 5x plus 8. So I'm going to bring this 5x here. That will give you 2x minus 5x greater than, I'm going to bring this 3 here. That will give you 8 minus 3. So if you solve this, 2x minus 5x will give you minus 3x. Then greater than 8 minus 3 will give you 5. So you have to start by minus 3. So remember that when you are dividing inequality, if you are dividing by a negative number, the sign, the inequality sign will reverse. Okay, to face the other direction. If it were to be like this, then to turn to like this. Okay, so this will give me x on this side. Then this one will change to less than. Then I have 5 over minus 3. So you can just put this in mixed fraction. That will give you x less than minus 1 number 2 over 3. That is because 3 can go in 5 once, then to remain 2 over 3. So just look for this in the option, x less than minus 1 number 2 over 3. So we check very well. That is option C. Okay, let's check the second one. So this second one says that simplify this. So just quickly write it out here. Times 10 to the power 0. So definitely 10 to the power 0 is 1. Any number to the power 0 is 1. So just write 1 here. Then for this one, 49 is to the power half. So anytime you're doing something is to the power half, it means that's the square root of that thing. For example, if you write 16 is to the power half, it means square root of 16. That's the meaning, which is 4. So 49 raised to the power minus 1 over 2 is the same thing as writing, just write 1, remove this minus first by writing 1, then over 49. Then put your square root sign there. Okay, then times, come to this next part, which is 125 raised to the power minus 1 over 3. So this one will give you cube roots, but because there's a minus here, you need to remove that minus first. And how will you remove that minus? Just write 1 first. So write 1 over, then put your cube root sign. So cube root sign will be here, that will be 3, then 125 will be inside there. So just take it step by step. So this one will give you 1 over the number that you times 3 times, I'll give you 125. That's the cube root of 125. That will be 5 times 5 times 5. So this one will be 1 over 5 times 1 over square root of 49 will give you 7 times the 1 that is here. So at the end of the day, this 1 is like 1 over 1. So at the end of the day, you have 1 times 1 times 1 at the top. You have 1. 5 times 7 times 1. That will give you 35. So that's 1 over 35. And check the options real quick. To check the option, you see that is option A. You can see it here. Okay, so I hope you understand that one. Let's move to the next one. For this next one, we are told that which of the following angles cannot be constructed using a protractor, a compass, and a sharpening pencil. So basically, the kind of angles you can construct using these materials are 30 degrees. You can construct 30 degrees. You can construct 60 degrees. You can construct 15 degrees. The multiples of these guys, you can construct them. Okay, you can even construct 45 degrees. You can construct 90 degrees. You can construct 135, because 135 is a multiple of 45. Okay, 45 times 3 will give you 135. But you cannot construct 145 degree, because 145 degree is not a multiple of 45 degree. There's no way you can construct 145. There's no way you can construct 145 degree using your protractor, compass, and pencil. So this one is not among them. The answer is option C. So the next one says the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is equivalent to, so equivalent sets have the same number of elements, okay, and they also have identical elements. So let's take the first one, 2, 3, 1, 4. There's no 5 in this one. There's no 5 here, so this one is wrong. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So the 5 is repeated twice here. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 elements. While the original one is supposed to have 5 elements. If you count the number of elements here, it's 5. So that means option B2 is also wrong. So then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. This one does not have 5. So this one is also wrong. Then you have 4, 3, 1, 5, 2. This 4, 3, 1, 5, 2 is the same as this one, just that the order is scattered. This one is starting from 1, so starting from 4. But they contain identical elements, and they also contain the same number of elements. This one contains 5 elements. This one also contains 5 elements. So this is the answer here. So irrespective of the order, just make sure they contain the same number of elements and they also contain identical elements. So the answer is option D. For the next one, find the number of permutation of the letters of the word school. So just write out your school. So if you write out school, school is SCHOOL. So first of all, count the number of letters that are there. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 letters there, so that will be 6 factorial divided by, then check if there's any repetition. Now the letter O is repeated twice, so you just write 2 factorial under. You divide it by the number of repetitions in that particular word. So you have 6 factorial over 2 factorial. Now you have to memorize 6 factorial. So your 5 factorial is 120, while your 6 factorial is 720. So this is just saying 720 divided by 2 factorial. 2 factorial is 2. So 2 where 1, 2 into 720 will give you 360. So let's go to the option and you look for 360 there. So that is option B, as you can see. The next one is find the coordinate of the midpoint of the line PQ. Now the midpoint means the middle of a particular line segment. So they give you 2 points, P and Q. So look at P here and look at Q here. So if you put them in terms of coordinates, you look like this. So your P is -3, 4, while your Q is 5, 6. Now for the formula for midpoint, use this formula. So the formula is x1 plus x2, divide that by 2, write your comma, then do y1 plus y2, divide that on 2 by 2, then just plug it in there. So this is x1, this is x1 here, this is x1, this is x2. So I'm going to do 5 plus -3 or -3 plus 5, anyone you like, divided by 2, comma, then go to the next side. The next side is, I'm using y now, so this will be y1, this will be y2, so that will be 6 plus 4, 6 plus 4, then you have to divide by 2. So -3 plus 5 will give you 2 over 2, comma, 6 plus 4 will give you 10 over 2. This one will give you 1, this one will give you 5 if you divide it. So the midpoint of that line segment joining PQ is 1,5. So just move to your option and look for 1,5 there. So if you check very well, you see that that's option D. Alright, now this next one is under binary operations. So they're already giving the formula, given that A asterisk B, or A operator B, is A plus B over AB plus plus A minus B, and to find the value of 3, 2. So this one is very straightforward. This is binary operation. So this A here is standing as 3, while this B is standing as 2. So just go to the formula and just plug it in there. So here you have A plus B over AB. So A plus B will be 3 plus 2. I'm going to divide by 3 times 2 because they said AB. I hope you understand. Then the next one is plus A minus B. That will be 3 minus 2. So just break this one down. 3 plus 2 is 5 over. Then 3 times 2 will give you 6 plus 1. Okay. So you have 1 plus 5 over 6. That's the same thing as 1 over 5 over 6. If you want to make it fast. Or if you like, just do SCM. The SCM there is 6. 6 in 6, 1. 1 times 5, 5, plus this one is over 1, don't forget. 1 in 6, 6, 6 times 1, 6. That will give you 11 over 6. So this, which is the same thing as 1 number 5 over 6. So also equivalent. So this is the same thing as 11 over 6. So move to the option, check for that there. So you see that this is 11 over 6 here. That's option B. Okay, so I hope you understand this next 3. Okay, let's move on to the next set. It says y is partly constant and partly varies as x. Okay, this is under partial variation. And when x is equals to 3, y is 7. And when s is 5, y is 3. You have to find the constants of variation. So in partial variation, you use 2 constants. So in this case, I'm going to make the constants to be a and b. So let the constants be a and b. So the first line says y is partly constant. I'm going to write y outside. It's partly constant. That means y is just constant, just a letter. Then plus, then y varies as x. Okay, that will be bx. You understand? The next step, put initial values. X is 3, y is 7. So put it here. 7 equals to a plus 3b. Second step, s is 5, y is 11. So plug it second time. Y is 11 now. Then x is 5, it will be 5b. So you have these 2 equations here that you need to solve simultaneously to get what the constants will be. So I'm going to make this one equation 1, so will be equation 2. So to make it easy, the coefficients of a are already the same. So I'm going to subtract equation 2 from equation 1. So equation 1 minus equation 2. So 7 minus 11 here, that will give you minus 4. That will be minus 4. A minus a is 0. Then 3b minus 5b, that will give you minus 2b. So from here, you can just get your b, the variable is minus 2, and you will get your b as 2. So since b is 2, you can get a. Just come here and plug it here. So this will give me 7 equals to a plus 3 bracket 2. I'm substituting for b. To give you 7 equals to a plus 6. So a will just be 7 minus 6, which is 1. So that means the first constant is 1, a is 1, and b is 2. So depending on how you're looking at it, a is 1 and b is 2. So just go to the option and look for that. A is 1, b is 2. So you can see that's option B right there. You can see this option B. Okay, so let's check the second one. So the next one says that find the sum of the entries in the inverse of, then they give you this matrix. So you need to find the inverse of that matrix first. So let's write the matrix out. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 5. Abi? So the first step in finding the inverse of the matrix is to find the determinant. Determinant is you multiply in this direction first, then you subtract from what you will get in this direction. So I'm going to do 5 times 1, that will give me 5, minus 3 times 2, that will give me 6. So 5 minus 6 is minus 1. So that means determinant is minus 1. The next step, this is your matrix here, this is your original matrix. This 5 and this 1, you interchange their positions. So if you do that, it will be 5, 2, 3, 1. I've interchanged their positions. Okay, the next step is to negate these two, change their signs. Okay, if you do that, you will get 5, it's going to be minus 2, it's going to be minus 3, and it's going to be 1. So we are done already. Just put the determinant in front of it. Determinant was minus 1, so I'm going to put that in front here. That will be 1 over minus 1. I'm dividing by this determinant. But you know that 1 over minus 1 is same as minus 1. So this is just minus 1, open your brackets, 5 minus 3 minus 2, 1. Then allow the minus 1 to go into the bracket, as in you expand it. So you have minus 1 times 5. That will give you minus 5 minus 1 times minus 2. That will give you 2. So let me just make it fast. Minus 1 times minus 3 will give me 3. Minus 1 times this 1, that will give me minus 1. So go right like this. So you have to find the sum. See it here. The sum of the entries. You understand? So this 2 is already 5. So this is 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. So it will remain only minus 1. You understand? That's the sum. So final answer is minus 1. And you can see that that's option B.